Hey guys, this is Bernie Kiesler, Quick Start Bulldogs. First of all, let me apologize for me not getting this thing out yesterday. As I explained in the email, Chris felt the need to get out of town this weekend and go down to San Antonio and visit our daughter who's expecting her second child in June. And I think they both felt like they needed a little mama and mama to be time. So anyway, she took off down there this last weekend, and once she got home yesterday, by the time we got through with our chores, we were both just dead. So sorry about that. Anyway, so let's get to the topic at hand. This is Iris's litter, and you can kind of see the stages for those that have been following along. We start out in the pool, then we kind of move to that setup, and then we eventually get to this setup where we move to the trays, and then probably towards the end of the week we will remove one of the blankets and the pads. That really kind of begins to define their clean area and their dirty area, kind of starts that process. So anyway, I'm trying to see which one of these, and I believe it is that one right there. I think she is the female. Well, hold on. One of them has a little bitty white stripe on their nose, and that's how I can tell without, come right here. Yep, that's her. That's a little female. She now has one ear standing and one ear not. You'll see we'll have some that have both ears standing, some that don't have any ears standing, and we may take a picture of her tomorrow, and the ear that's up is down and the ear that's down is up. So anyway, there's a little black merle, beautiful little pup there, and then that one is just about all black, and then we have all the way to the one that's pretty brindled. These guys are the oldest of the three litters by just a couple of days, actually, or a couple of hours as a matter of fact, probably less than 24. So you can really see the progression that they've made. Even from last week's video, you can see the difference. But then we've got water. As a matter of fact, Iris has just about completely weaned herself out of this litter. She wants really nothing to do with them at this point in time. They all have a full set of teeth, and just is kind of uncomfortable. So she kind of has really backed away. So anyway, I'm going to move over here. Like I said, you can kind of see this setup where we're still using the vinyl. These are all honey buns litters, and you can see isn't that a cute looking litter? So the two fawns, believe it or not, are actually merle. It has taken a couple of weeks for the merle to come out. He has it on his face, which you really have a hard time seeing the way that he's laying, and she has it on her ear, which you can see right there. So they're both technically merles. And then the little black and white one, and the brindle again. So anyway, this is Honey's litter. Again, she's kind of the second litter in the mix of three. This litter was born less than 24 hours after Iris's litter. Now, again, going back over here to Iris's litter, all these guys are long-haired carriers. These guys are not. This is actually sired by one of our males, Sunny, which is a blue. So all of these guys will be blue carriers, at least, and they may be chocolate carriers as well. Okay. These guys, I believe, they should all carry tan points and should all carry blue as well. So anyway, that's these two litters. Again, these guys are up and playing and moving. This is absolutely the most chilled litter I have seen in a long time. This is what these guys do 20 hours a day. So anyway, I'm going to cut the video here and walk over to the other room, and let's do Stormy and Blossom's litters. Okay, so we are over here with Miss Stormy's litters, and you can see the little black and tan, she's got one ear standing as well. And like the others, you might have one stand today and the other stand tomorrow, then none of them stand, then both of them stand. It's kind of an up and down kind of thing. And these are both females, by the way. And here is the little Merle female as well. Both of these are long-haired carriers. And obviously she's got 10 points and the other one will be carrying 10 points. So this should be a pretty good mix. Beautiful puppies here. Again, these were third of the three older ones. They have done well. You can see their little fatty patties here. You know, there is absolutely no resource that they haven't had from a milk bar standpoint. No competition between them or nothing. So these guys are in that 4.5, 5 pound range. Most of these three litters are in that 4.5 to 5.5 pound range. So anyway, and there's Miss Stormy. So let's move over here. This one's a little bit of a mess. They've fluffed it up since we were in here cleaning, but I don't want to disturb them. So here is Blossom's litter. And you can see even from last week's video, they have made some big strides in size and really doing a whole lot better than they were last week. The little Merle is just like I say, he's really coming along. And this little girl right here, this little blue brindle female, she is an absolute total spitfire. Matter of fact, believe it or not, she was the first one up walking, first one to sit. So she was up on her feet in a hurry, making just great strides. Remember, these two right here were tiny, literally half the size of the others, and they still are relatively small. He's gotten closer in proximity to size than the little tiny one has. But anyway, you can kind of see them. They'll have a busy week this week. They will have. We did not give them the parvo only vaccine last week because of medicine we were giving them already for the congestion and. Kind of going back and forth with the breathing treatments and this, that, and then we kind of decided to hold off on that until this week. So it might actually delay their round of shots a few days as we go forward, but we didn't want to give it to them last week and introduce something to a foreign object or a modified live virus with puppies that were already not feeling well. So we didn't want to introduce that. They will also get their second round of worming with Nemex this week. Oh, by the way, the other three will do a fecal, what we call a community fecal for each one of the litters, and we'll take those this week and get those checked. And then at the end of next week, they will have their first round of true puppy shots. So anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, please give me a call. 214-796-0877. Now, as I will explained in the email, we can start making the picks on the three older litters. I'd like to hold off a week on these guys. I just think you will see a completely different litter from the standpoint of their maturity and how much they mature over the next week. Really, believe it or not, week to 10 days makes a huge difference. And these guys are already 10 days younger than the other two litters. And probably those two little puppies are even 3 or 4 days younger than that. So anyway, give me a shout if you have any questions. 214-796-0877. That's 214-796-0877. Say goodnight, girls.